With WION's principal diplomatic correspondent at Istanbul, German envoy to India Walter Lindner and EU envoy to India Ugo Astuto came together to talk about Europe's worldview for 2020. Both envoys also talked about the ongoing India-China border standoff. German envoy Walter Lindner has said that India and China should maintain constant dialogue to resolve the dispute. Listen in.
So now talking about another crisis, perhaps here in India it's more visible. It is the dragon in the room, that's China. Walter sir, how do you see China currently in the world? It is very assertive, not only with India, with rest of the country. So how do you see China and of course its relationship with Germany?
Well, you see, every fifth person on this planet is Chinese, and every fifth person on this planet is Indian, which means it shows you the dimension of these two giants. Call them Hercules and giant, call them dragon and elephant. It shows the size, it shows the importance, and that's why it's not something to be taken lighthearted if there are tensions and even violent tensions as we have seen there. For us, especially in Germany, where you have lived for 40 years on the verge of the Cold War, always staring at soldiers on the other side and not knowing what would be the next threat, we know the precious steps to be done to ease tensions. So when we see these tensions arising, which is very worrisome because it's not only the most populated countries, but also nuclear states. So any tension there is a worry for everyone in the world. So that's why we support every step which can be done to ease those tensions. And I'm happy to read that there are talks going on to try to de-escalate the situation. That's the way to go, and this is how we see it. Otherwise, there are, of course, a lot of relationships between our countries and Europe and China, but also with India. So that's why we want to see that these tensions are easing and are not increasing. So this is our position on this.
And Ugo sir, what's your take when it comes to China, the relationship between China and the EU, and of course an increasingly assertive China with the region, with its neighborhoods from India to Japan to Taiwan to Vietnam? It's a whole host of lists.
Well, what I can say is that the relationship between the European Union and China is multifaceted. It's strategically important, but it's also challenging. China is at the same time a competitor, a partner on issues such as the fight against climate change, and a systemic rival. So let me quote here what the President of the Council, Charles Michel, said at the end of the last EU-China summit, which has just taken place. Engaging and cooperating with China is both an opportunity and necessity, but at the same time, we have to recognize that we do not share the same values, political systems, or approach to multilateralism. So, we will engage in a clear-eyed and confident way, robustly defending EU interests and standing firm on our values. Mm-hmm. Overall, the EU stance, I can say, has become more realistic.
And stepped in, claiming the expedited deportation limits the asylum seekers' right for a fair court hearing guaranteed by the Constitution.
They get a very brief look by an administrative judge. Sometimes that hearing lasts 10 minutes, and that's without a court looking at the process.